All right, welcome. Happy day. So for today's practice, we're going to be building through crow. And whether you are able to do crow without a prop or not, or if you're like me and have a mental block around crow and that's really what holds me back, I would encourage you to grab a prop. So if you have a block, great. And if you don't, no problem. Grab a couple of books. It's something that we'll use to kind of prop our feet up on. So if you have a thick um, book or textbook of some sort, feel free to use that. The playlist is linked. So, oh, hey, Rebecca. Here you go. Playlist is linked. When you are ready, hitting play, not a spin playlist, in 3, 2, 1. All right. And then making your way down onto your back. I just realized I don't have my headphones, so it's fine. All right, so once you make your way down onto your back, take the first few moments just to settle and arrive. Oh, they're in my pocket, that's why. So my sound might change just so you can hear it a bit better. And so take this time to move, adjust however you need. There we go. All right. So as I was saying, if you have a block or something, we'll have that later on through our practice. We don't need to do it right now. So maybe sway your knees side to side, maybe find stillness. It's up to you for how you want to arrive on your mat. And then coming into a little bit of stillness, stretch your legs down long, feet as wide as the mat. Maybe reach your arms up overhead, take a big stretch. And then exhale, soften, relax your shoulders, relax your legs. 2 more times, big stretch, opening through the middle of your body. Exhale, soften. 1 more time, breathing in, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, soften. And then plant your feet down on the ground, arms down beside you. Maybe draw your right knee in, reach it up. You can do whatever you need, open wide to the side. So of course, noticing the front of your hip, but maybe also noticing your back as well. Connection of your upper, middle, and low back onto the mat. And then switch sides, plant your right foot down, draw your left knee in towards you. Plant your left foot down next to the right. Reach your arms up, palms are open, bending at your wrists, shoulder protraction, retraction. So inhale, pull your shoulders off the ground, keep your head glued down. And as you exhale, draw your shoulder blades back down. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, breathing in and out. Keeping your shoulder blades glued down onto your back, soft bend in your elbows, flare open your fingertips really wide, and then draw your knees in towards you.
So with your feet, you could have them pointed, flex, neutral. Draw your knees in. And then use your inhale to extend your legs down long. Exhale to draw them back in. Inhale. Exhale. And you might find a little lift of your hip bones here, kind of like a reverse abdominal crunch. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more like this. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more, breathing in and out. If you're like me and your wrists are pretty sore, you can give them a little bit of a roll out. We'll find the same thing with a little bit of a variation. So again, open your palms up towards the ceiling. This time your knees are going to go wider, trying to bring them to the outside of your elbows. Breathing in, extend, push through your heels, like your legs are in a Frogger shape, so your toes are turned out. Exhale, draw your knees back in, maybe lifting your lower back off the ground. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in and lift. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Gather your knees in towards you. Maybe grab your opposite wrists. Rock a bit side to side. Cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh, hands down beside you. Glue your triceps into the ground and see if you can create a whisper of space behind your low back, but can you find a lift and engagement through the front of your body. Find a knitting of the abdominals, knitting of the rib cage here. Shoulders stay soft. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your hips off the ground just an inch. Inhale to slowly lower with control. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale. So your knees will come a little bit more in towards the center of your body as you find this lift, and maybe a little bit further away from you as you extend. Exhale to lift. 4, 3, 2. Last one. And unhook. Draw your knees in towards you. Ooh, spicy right off the bat. I promise you this will be the only set of abdominal work that we will do today though. All right, let's do this. Second side and final side. Again, arms down beside you. Whisper of air behind your low back. Push your hands down, breathing in. Exhale, lift your hips with control. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips, draw your knees in. Good job. Rock a bit side to side. Hands behind your knees. Rock and roll yourself on up to seated. And then right away into tabletop. Add some movement into your spine, a little cat-cow, a little freestyle. If you're like me, you need to take off a layer, feel free to do so. So knowing that we're going to be building up into our Bakasana or crow pose, want to find that engagement through our triceps here. Slowly warming up our muscles. So coming to a neutral spine, walk your knees a little bit further back. Hands over a little more in front. Slightly turn your palms out wide. And then maybe you lower one elbow down, then the other. Push one elbow up, then the other. And then switching sides. So we try and not rock the lower body. Try to maintain that neutral pelvis. So no curving in that low back. And now if this feels okay, you could stay here with this, or maybe lower both and lift both. Yeah. I know if you find this variation, you go, this sucks, don't do it. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Tuck your toes, push back, down dog. Walk your feet in a bit, pedal out your heels. Good. Moving with your breath. Welcome, friends. If you're just joining us, here's a playlist. I think we're on like the 3rd or 4th song. Of course, option is skip it, play your own music. So if Ujjayi breath is part of your practice, that audible inhales in and out through your nose, please feel free to do so now. We'll get our heart rate up. We'll open through the back of our legs with a sun salutation. So when you're ready, walk your feet up towards your hands, forward fold top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift through the lower abdominals. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to standing. Arms reach up, palms touch. Exhale, hands down, back beside. Inhale, arms reach up, palms touch. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Shift the weight into your right foot. Step your left foot down, 45 degrees. Rise on up, warrior one. Palms touch, square your chest off to the front. Push the outer arch of your left foot down, breathing in. Exhale, fingertips down, push back, high or low plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Shift the weight into your right foot. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, knee to chest. Silently plant your left foot behind your left hand, right foot down, rise up, warrior one. Breathing in. Exhale, hands come down, push back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your heart opener. Exhale, push back, down dog, 3 breaths. Look to the top of your mat. Deeply bend your knees. Step, jump, float, feet to hands. Inhale, chair. Exhale, stand on up, Utkatasana. Nope, that's a lie. This is Uttasana, Uttanasana. Anyways, inhale, arms reach up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, shift the weight into your left foot, right foot down and long, pivot down, rise on up, warrior one again. Breathing in. Exhale, hands down, push back, high, low plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Weight into your left foot. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, knee to chest. Behind your right hand, left foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, palms down, chaturanga. Find your flow, move with your breath. And then 3 breaths in your down dog, or shell stretch, or anything else you might be craving. Big toes touch, deeply bend your knees, step, jump, float, feet to hands. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Uttanasana, there we go. Standing tall. Roll your shoulders back and down, palms face forward. Tadasana, mountain pose. So come back to your breath. Soft bend in your knees. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, ears, one line. When you're ready, sit your bum back, chair pose. And maybe see if you can sit your bum a little bit more. Know that we'll be here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Shift the weight into your right foot. Step left foot back down and long. Pivot down 45 degrees. Set your foundation, rise on up, warrior 2. Good, and then settle in. We'll be here for a few breaths. And so we often get hooked on like the postural, how's my arms, how's my legs, is my pelvis tilt, like these often cues that we go through. So what do you need to adjust so that you could settle in here? Is it closing your eyes? Is it maybe taking out a little bit of that bend in the front knee? Breathing in. Stay for your exhale. One more breath in. Exhale slowly and consciously, windmill your hands down to the ground. And step your right foot back, nice and slow, high plank. Breathing in. Slowly lower with control. Untuck your toes. Inhale, take your time into your cobra, your up dog. Exhale, lower. Elbows nice and close beside you. Tuck your toes, push yourself back on up to your high plank. And then your down dog. Shift the weight into your right foot. Inhale, left leg reaches high. And again, nice and slow, knee in towards you. Intentionally planting your left foot. Right foot down. When you're settled, rise on up. Warrior 2. Settling here. Breathing in and out. Another breath in. Exhale, slowly bring your hands to the top of your mat. Step your left foot back to the right. Lower your knees. Hands a little bit more forward. Working through the triceps one more time, either bending one at a time, down, down, up, up, or both at the same time. So the further back your knees are and the further your hands are, the harder this will be. But also help you keep a soft bend in your elbows, your neck nice and open. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Take out the rocking of the hips for 3, 2, last one. And then knees go wide, big toes touch, push back, shell stretch. And so if you missed the intro, if you have some type of prop like a block, we're going to use it now. So even if you don't necessarily need a block for crow, I would encourage you to use it just to help you find some height. And then instead of like working through the struggle part, maybe you can actually find a little bit more ease into it. Right, drop the ego, grab a block. And if you don't have a block, a couple of books stacked work fantastic as well. So plant it like in the middle of your mat, and then bring yourself up to the top of your mat. Maybe your feet come a little closer to the block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms down near the top of your mat. And just like when we found those tricep moves that we were doing, kind of grip the mat with all 10 fingertips and then draw your elbows closer together. From here, you can step your feet up onto your block or your books and then bring your knees either to the outside of your triceps or up into your armpits. Everyone's gonna have a little bit of different reach here. It also depends a lot on your hip mobility. And so maybe you walk your hands in a little bit more, you can keep them where they are. Gaze goes way far forward, like half a foot in front of your mat. And then you wanna find a lift through your core. Maybe you float 1 foot off, maybe you float 2. I know if you need to shift and adjust, please feel free to do so. Gaze forward, stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping off your block, feet as wide as a block, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, higher low plank. You can keep your block or your books there. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Maybe you can actually bring your body to touch your books or block, yeah. Inhale, cobra up dog, might add a little bit of a lift here. Exhale, push back, down dog. Big toes touch, let's try this. Just play around. Deeply bend your knees and see if you can just step, hop, or float above your block. And maybe your feet come up towards your hands. Ready? Okay, let's play. Good job. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Crow, second set, stepping onto your block. And now notice what's happening in your mind. You're like, shit, I can't do that. Just try, just play, right? Like, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? You're so close to the floor. You're not gonna break your nose. And if you do, we're in quarantine, so no one's even gonna know about it anyways. All right, so plant your palms down. Reach your elbows up close to your body, gazes forward. Let's go, don't hesitate, try and lift. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. So take your book, your block, whatever you have, and turn it long ways over to towards the right edge of your mat. Step your feet over toward the left. Sink your bum down. So we're gonna come into side crow. We're playing, they're having fun. And honestly, side crow is easier to get into than regular crow. So I think you'll have fun with this one. Your hands come down, facing towards the left side of your room. Now you can step up onto your block with your toesies. And so traditionally the way side crow is done is that your left arm, there's nothing resting on it. What I like to do is I like to bring it nice and close towards my body so I can let my right or left hip cheek rest on it. And so from here, you might want to turn your right hand out a little bit further, maybe a little closer. You can always turn your hands out wider if it gives you a little bit more of a grip. And then you lean towards the left. Maybe your right toes float off, maybe your left. Ooh, and you can play around with this one. You can play with shifting into it and then out. Wow. Good, let's try for one more time. Awesome. All right, we'll stay facing the left. You turn your torso and your knees towards the back of your mat. Again, option to use a block, placing your feet on it. Planting your right hand, planting your left. And again, don't hesitate. Let's just go for it. Let's play here. Plant your palms, gaze is forward. Maybe float your left toes, maybe float your right. See if you fall, it's not far to go. Maybe try it 1 or 2 more times. And then come back through. Move your book, your blocks out of the way. Forward fold top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to standing. Arms reach up, palms touch. Exhale, hands down through heart center, back beside. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms. Step left foot back down and long. Back knee stays lifted. Bring your feet a little wider apart. Rise on up. High lunge. Breathing in and out. Hands can stay reaching up if you want to keep your heart rate high. Otherwise, you can bring them to your hips or at heart center. So we've worked a lot of our upper body through our core. Add a little bit of spice to our legs. Tapping your left knee down. Exhale to lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Go for 4. Go for 3. Go for 2. Last one. Standing up. Look forward, lean forward. Shift the weight into your right foot. Airplane. Maybe it's a baby airplane like a Cessna or a float plane. You just hover those toes off the ground. Maybe you want like a giant Boeing. You choose what you want today. And then adding a tiny little pulse through your standing leg. So your right knee is bending and standing up. Bending, standing up. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Step your left foot up to the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Shift the weight into your left foot. Step right foot down and long. Set your foundation. Rise on up. High lunge. Any shape you'd like with your hands. So we're moving nice and slow so we can find control. And maybe those little moments of magic in between. It's not about the big final posture. It's about being present here through all of it. So when you're ready, inhale, lower right knee down. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale. Exhale. 4, 3, 2. Last one. You know where we're going. Shift the weight into your left foot. Hover your right toes off the ground. Lean your chest forward. Airplane. Can you continue to find a lift through your left thigh? Maybe bringing your right hip a little bit more square. Tiny little pulses with your left leg. Moving just up and down an inch. Over 4, 3, 2, and 1. With control, step your right foot up to the left. This time, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Shift the weight into your right foot. Step left foot down and long. Heel toe your right foot over towards the left and come onto the outer arch of your right foot. So it's like you're setting up for pigeon. Let's get into that IT band, the side of our leg, by flossing our hips. So shifting your hips back, straightening out as much as you would like through your right leg. And then you inhale, bend, chest comes forward, lifting up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more, bending and then straightening. Heel toe your right foot over towards the right again. Lower your left knee down. Shift your hips back, half splits. Maybe you want to make circles with your right knee. That's not your knee, that's your ankle. Maybe you want to walk your hands over towards the outside of your right leg. Whoo. Find some height through your chest. And then come back through center. Bend into your right knee. And now this time heel toe your right foot to the left. Finding your pigeon, your hip opener. And then again, maybe you have your prop still. So you could place it underneath your right glute. I also like to take a block and place it in between my chest so I can have my sternum rest on something. It takes out a lot of the rounding and curving of the upper body. And then back toes can be tucked, untucked. And what I would offer you here is the invitation to not react. So much of what happens around us we react to. So instead of reacting to it, what can you notice about how you're feeling or how you want to move? Slowing down that knee-jerk reaction and being in observance. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Moving your blocks, your prop out of the way. If you're down on your forearms, pushing back up onto your hands. Maybe you'd like to push back into a 3-leg down dog. Maybe a wild thing if it's part of your practice. And then when you're ready, coming back to your down dog, pedal at your heels a couple of times. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, knee in towards you. Plant it behind your left foot. So set your foundation first with your hands and then heel toe your left foot over towards the right. And again, flossing your hips, using your inhale to lift your chest. Exhale to fold, straightening through your left leg. Whoa, that's a good one. Inhale and exhale. A few more times. Maybe just 1 or 2 more for good measure. And then heel toe that left foot back over towards the left side. Lower your right knee. Send your hips back, half splits. So if you notice that your bum is going close towards your heel, like you're sinking way far back, what you'll like to do, perhaps, is to bring that left foot further out in front. Yeah, give yourself a little more room. Often make circles with your ankle. Ooh. Or walk your hands over towards the left side. Back through center. And back into your left foot. Heel toe it over towards the right one more time. Coming into your pigeon. And you can prop up under your bum, under your chest. So as much as yoga is about our 45 minutes that we have together, it's also about slowing down those reactionary, knee-jerk moments or tendencies that we may have. So we can step back from it and be able to respond. Yoga is not about touching our toes, about stretching the mind. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a breath in and out. Notice that reaction to want to get up right away. Can you still be here? All right, bring yourself back up onto your palms if you're forward folded. Drop out of the way. Invitation to find a wild thing, 3-leg down dog, shell stretch, whatever you need. Stepping your left foot to your right. Walk your feet towards your hands, forward fold, top of your mat. Turn your toes out, heels wide. Send your bum back, come into your deep squat, Malasana. And then up to you. You can bring your hands at heart center, find lift through your chest. You could fold and round. Turn this into a bind if that's part of your practice. Nope. One hand down behind, lowering your bum down. Windshield wiper your knees. And now something I don't often teach because it's hard to do in the virtual world. So I'll demonstrate first, and then it's up to you for what you would like to take. So again, option 1 for finding an inversion is you could place your books underneath your sacrum, reaching your feet up like legs up the wall. You could find bridge, or you have a ponytail in the whale, moving it out of the way. Knees in and up for candlestick. Now it's very important not to look side to side. So if you choose this option, listening to your body, and then to come out of it, well, if you want to find plow, careful not the weights on, you don't want the weight on your neck, on your shoulders, slowly lowering down vertebrae by vertebrae. So you choose what you want. You have about 3 minutes to play, and then we'll take 2 minutes for a final pose of rest. Actually, 3 minutes of play is a long time. We'll change that, 2 and then 3. And go. So know that 2 minutes is a long time. You have time to play, try a few different options. Taking your time to transition out of whatever shape you're in. And if you're experiencing any compression in your low back, maybe a happy baby, or planting your feet as wide as your mat, letting your knees fall in could be a nice little bit of release. And if there's any other shapes you want to take, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, stretching out into your final resting shape. And we'll be here for 2 minutes today. I know, short and sweet. And then maybe once you settle in, if you want to do what we did at the beginning, reaching your arms wide, your legs wide, change for opposite corners of the room, breathing in, and then exhale to soften. One more time, breathing in, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, soften and relax. If you have the time, staying here for as long as you want. Otherwise, moving your body, coming up to seated. As always, hands in any shape for you. One final breath, close out our time. Slowly breathing in and out. Thank you so much, my friends.